Again, we've already seen complex drop-downs where the HTML select statement displays meaningful choices but passes an ID value, which is the value parameter in the option tags. At present, we've got no means by which to change a person's associated company, but we can use a complex drop-down in the Person Edit form to do this. So load the Person Edit form, and in the Save button was clicked section, we need to save any new company ID this time. So in the SQL statement update tPerson set, paste the new line, SQL update equals company ID set to the value company ID. Notice company ID with an uppercase C is the field name in the table tPerson. Company ID with a lowercase c is the value that's been posted from this form. And reduce that. In the actual form, we need to have a new record line in the form to represent the company ID, because we're going to edit it this time as opposed to simply leave it the same as the one that was posted and indent that to the same level as the others. So the next line in the table reads in the first column company and in the second column the field company ID. Well, we don't want people to simply type in a company ID. They wouldn't know that anyway. What we want to do is create a drop-down in the same way that we created a drop-down for salutation. So underneath the salutation drop-down, paste the snippet, Person Edit Form, select company. And here is the drop-down for company. Instead of selecting records from TLOOKUP, like we did in the salutation drop-down, we select all the records from tCompany and order them by company name. So we create a string of full company name, that being the trimmed value of the prename concatenated with company name concatenated with reg type, and that's what appears for the user to use. We create a selected flag so that if the company ID in the list of companies from tCompany is the same as the company ID that we've got in the database, then we declare that option value to be selected, and then we provide the full company name as the list of options to select from, but the value that's passed to the form will be the ID of the company from the table tCompany. So having created the drop-down, we no longer want this hidden field company ID because we've got the field company ID, which is now going to be the drop-down. And we want to get rid of field company ID hidden. So we can save that, and in the home page, open up the company people edit form, select a company to edit, and when we edit one, let's edit Sir George Terry, we have, as before, a salutation, but now instead of typing in a company name or simply saving Sir George Terry into the same company, we can actually change his company by pulling down the drop-down and clicking a different company, save that, and of course the company ID is now the company Fish PLC. So it loads up company people edit.php with the query string company ID equals 6, which is the company ID for Fish PLC. Of course, if we select another company, let's go back and select TMIT, we'll find that Sir Terry is no longer on that list because he's now associated with Fish PLC.